Hello, and welcome to Pep Talks. You probably can tell I'm doing this at night because I just came back from a ceremony where we had the who's and who's of Ghana. And I just can't help it but shoot this video because there are two situations, two occasions that have made me profoundly sad since I relocated to Ghana with the rest of my family. And both of them have to do with occasions where I've been in a room or in a setting with brilliant Ghanaians, full of ideas, doing great stuff. And I ask myself, so why are we where we are as a country? In fact, as I say this, we actually are going cup in hand to the IMF, to the International Monetary Fund. And yet, I was just surrounded by such brilliance tonight. Why are we where we are? One of the reasons, my friends, is that leadership is not just caught. Leadership is taught. Leadership must be learned. Yes, there are many ways, many modes of learning it, from mentoring, but also from input, from cognitive stuff, from reflection, from heart to heart things, right? From development of skills, the head, the heart, the hands. My friends, leadership is not just caught like a flu or caught like it must be taught. Now think about it. I went to medical school for 7 to 8 years. And even then, I could not practice medicine until I was licensed. Even then, it took 2 years because you are first provisionally licensed before, during your housemanship, before you get your final license. Think about it. You cannot practice nursing in a country without a license. You cannot even drive, for crying out loud, without a license. And yet, that thing that everything rises and falls on, that thing that is cause, everything else is effect. You can get up and lead. It's a license to kill. Not having been taught to lead, it's a license to kill. The fact that we have technical knowledge, you're a great accountant, you're a great chemist, you're a great public health person or surgeon, etc., does not necessarily mean you can lead or you can lead well. You've got to put the extra effort into learning to lead. I've seen it happen with our continent. I've seen it happen with not just Ghana. I've seen it happen organizationally. I remember being CEO of an organization and one of the VPs later confessed to me that until you came, I really did not understand this whole thing about leadership. And because I put in place intentional leadership development every month. And it was wonderful to see him rise, to see him see things differently and now begin to mobilize others. And now when there was a global leadership summit, things like that, he would mobilize people to go and say, let's go learn leadership. Guys, I've seen it happen on many levels. I've seen it happen personally. There's no way I could come from the background I come from, medicine, all right, and lead global organizations without having been taught how to lead, without having intentionally learned to lead. We can learn to lead informally. We can learn to lead non-formally. We can learn to lead formally. We have a non-formal opportunity coming up on October 7, 2022. John Maxwell and all of us John Maxwell team members, certified people like me, are hosting around the world people to come and learn to live to lead. Live to Lead conference is coming on. Please, if you haven't booked a seat, get one. Because leadership is not just caught, it is taught. Come and learn to lead. And the thing is that when a leader learns to lead better, everything and everyone under them, around them, also gets better. Let's come and learn to lead. Because it was not just be caught. It was not just caught. Not by diffusion, not by osmosis. It must be intentionally taught and intentionally learned. See you at Live to Lead 2022.